Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we are doing the NFL Week 13 predictions. We're so close to the playoffs and yet my team has got to figure it out here. We got to figure out these last 5 weeks of NFL football. My bad, 6 weeks because we're going into Week 13 here. And yeah, Bengals got to get together, but we're just gonna get straight into this. Guy's got nothing really much to talk about. We're gonna talk about all these games, and yeah, the first game we got the Bears and the Lions for Thanksgiving. We got 3 Thanksgiving football games, and to everyone, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thanksgiving Eve, depending on whenever you see this video. Thanksgiving Eve, whatever, same thing. Kinda, but. Bears and Detroit Lions. The Bears, they fell short of the Vikings. And yeah, the Bears, their season's kind of it's a very odd season. They're trying to figure out if Caleb Williams is the guy, and I'm going to say earlier, I still think he is. I mean, he's put together some good games, and he's put together some bad games. A lot of these bad games were from the start of the season. He's kind of gotten to a groove. He's gotten to a groove late. But I still think they still have a shot if they go win like 5 games. But they're playing a lot of divisional rivals, which is not going to help. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions, they destroy. Well, they kind of their defense is playing so well, even without Aiden Hutchinson. They had 3 rushing touchdowns with Gibbs and Monty combined, and they beat the Colts 24-6. And looking at this game, the Bears Lions usually have a fight all the time, but I have to take the Lions here, 34-24. You know, you can't pass up on that. There's no way you can. They always give us some great games. And probably the best one on Thanksgiving, if I have to say it. Next game, you got Giants at Cowboys. The Giants, they released Daniel Jones. Yeah, they actually did it. They finally released Danny Dimes, man. And yeah, they started Tommy DeVito, and it didn't work out. The Giants, they're just ready to end their season. They ain't got nothing left in them. And taking on the Cowboys, which, wow, that fourth quarter of that football game with Washington was crazy, but they came out with a win. The Cowboys going to the Super Bowl? Just kidding. They're not going to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys, you know, they fought hard against Washington, and they got the win. They're still not a great team. I mean, a lot of it was from defense, but defensive stuff happening, getting some turnovers, but the offense is still, I still don't like the offense right now. And I actually got kind of an upset, if you would say. I got the Giants winning here. I just don't think both these teams are that good. I think the Giants are kind of due for a win if anything happens in this game. So I'm going to take the Giants 20-17. Should be pretty ugly. And I'm sure nobody wants to see this game right now because it's going to be ugly. And the Cowboys come with the win. Maybe they could sneak in like a small wild card or something. I don't know. They had to go on a big win streak, but we'll see. We'll see there. Just kidding. Don't think they will, though. I really don't think. I think they're done. But the next game, you got Dolphins at Packers. The Dolphins, they beat the Patriots. I thought they would keep it close, but the Dolphins said otherwise. Jalen Waddle, bro, and Jonnu Smith has been going off all season. And Tyreek Hill has just been really quiet this year. And they're still finding ways to win. They're 5-6. They've kind of got their season back together. And they're trying to get the 500 against the Packers and prove that they can win some games here. But the Packers, on the other hand, yeah, they destroyed the 49ers. I mean, it was bad. It was pretty bad. 49ers were without Brock Purdy. I thought Brock Purdy was playing for... So, I just thought Brock Purdy, you know, since he's playing, I thought they would have a chance. I thought their defense would actually play well, but no. Both things didn't happen. Brock Purdy didn't even play. The defense was not even on the field. It was non-existent. Brandon Allen didn't do much for the offense. Put up only 10 points, but, I mean, any quarterback can do that. Well, maybe not, but still. Yeah, the Packers, they're having a great year now. I have them continuing it. Sorry, Dolphins. The Bengals got to get in, man. We need the Dolphins to lose this game. I'm rooting for the Packers. I'm rooting for Tom Grazzi in this game. But I am going to take the Packers. I still think the Dolphins have some issues on offense. Tyreek Hill's not getting involved that much in the games anymore. He's got to start making stuff happen, and I think that's going to still come back to bite him. But it should be a close game. I'm going to take the Packers 24-17. Should be a pretty close game, but they got to get Tyreek Hill involved. It's about time. Next game, you got Raiders at Chiefs for a Black Friday football game. It's on Amazon. Yeah, the Raiders, they're cooked. They're cooked. And their season's pretty over. I mean, it really is. They lost to the Broncos. Most importantly, Will Lutz. They lost to their kicker. Sorry about that, guys. I had to check on something really quick. So I had to pause the video in the middle of it. But yeah, like I was saying, the Raiders, their season's done. And the Chiefs, now hold on. Chiefs could be on upset alert here, but I don't think it's going to happen. But they did beat the Panthers. Very close game. Mahomes ran down the sideline and got them the win. And yikes, that was a little bit too close. The Panthers almost pulled it off. And the Chiefs almost turned into an embarrassment of a football team there. But they got the win. And here, I've got to take the Chiefs. I mean, there's no doubt about this. Yeah, the Chiefs, they're gonna probably toy with the Raiders like the Raiders toyed with him with the Kermit the Frog thing. It's kind of, these two have been having beef for the past 2 years, so gonna take the Chiefs. Sadly, hope the Raiders win. Gonna take the Chiefs 34-13. And the next game, you got Chargers at Falcons. The Chargers, they fell short against, sorry guys, but I can't talk now. They fell short against the Baltimore Ravens. Couldn't get the onside kick back, and Jim Harbaugh falls against John Harbaugh once again against the Baltimore Ravens, and they're taking on the Falcons, which the Falcons were on a bye week, but before that, they got whooped. I mean, they got absolutely whooped against Denver, and it was just bad, dude. That was just terrible for the Falcons. And the Falcons, they're kind of looking a bit fragile, not going to lie. But, you know, I still like the Falcons. I think they still have a great team. I think they have a decent quarterback. And I like their wide receiver core. I'm starting to like it much more better with Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney, and Drake London and Kyle Pitts. That's a good duo. Bijan Robinson's a dog. And I'm gonna say I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons to upset the Chargers. I feel like if Atlanta has just enough offense, they can outscore the Chargers. I believe in it, Kirk Cousins, to be able to do that. He's shown that he can take the offense to a whole nother level. And he's also shown that he can have crappy games, which hopefully this don't happen again, because I might stop taking the Falcons if this happens again. But yeah, I'm going to take the Falcons 31-28. Should be fun and close game. This should be a fun game. Really fun game. Going to take Atlanta here to get back on track against the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, you got the Cardinals at Vikings. The Cardinals, they had an odd game. I was looking at the stats. Kyler Murray did throw an interception. I guess it was a pick six, and that's kind of what sealed the game. And yeah, the Cardinals, they didn't have much offense, but Trey McBride went off in that game, and they only put up 6 points to show for it. Just couldn't capitalize against the Seahawks. And yeah, the Cardinals, their defense has been playing, their defense has been playing actually decent this year. It hasn't really made any, I haven't heard anything coming from their defense, making huge plays or any of that. They've just been capitalizing on a lot of these games with their offense. Meanwhile, the Vikings, but they were unable to capitalize there. And the Vikings, they avoided losing to the Chicago Bears, and they won in 30-27 in overtime against them. And the Vikings just keep on winning, man. They keep on winning. And this should be a really interesting game, because I think the Cardinals, they're up for a test now. As soon as they lost, and the Vikings, they're trying to continue to try to win their division. They're really trying to win their division. And listen, the Lions, their division, I feel like they're gonna win the division. So And the Cardinals, I feel like they're going to win their division now. I'm saying it. Cardinals win the division, guys. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're winning the division. They're my team now. They're going to be the team to win the division, even though they lost to Seattle. And I'm taking the Cardinals to upset the Vikings as well. Taking them in a close game, probably a game winner, 27-24. And yeah, I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals to bounce back from that game and show they could still win games. Got them going 7-5. Next game, you got Colts at Patriots. The Colts, yeah, they couldn't show any offense against that Detroit defense. There was just nothing going for them, and yeah, their defense, they let up a lot of rushing touchdowns. And the Colts, they're just still trying to figure it out. Anthony Richardson, this season has been just odd for the Colts. I mean, 5-7. They put Joe Flacco in. They took out Anthony Richardson because they wanted to win games, but Joe Flacco couldn't win games, so they put Richardson back in. They're losing games. They're winning games. They're just all over the place. This football team is just all over the place, man. Don't know what's going on with the Colts. Meanwhile, the Patriots, they got the absolute butt beat out of them against the Dolphins. And listen, I know the Patriots are not that good of a team, but trust me, I still think their quarterback is the heart and soul of that team right now. Even with a lot of those good defensive players, I really think New England should really sign a whole bunch or re-sign a lot of them, because this could be the New England Patriots next year. If they get a big weapon for Drake May, this could be a scary team. But talking about this game, I don't really have anything going well for the Patriots. Got the Colts winning kind of in a domination kind of form, 34-14. I can't take the Patriots, man. They're just too unreliable. Their season's over. They're just looking to try to show Drake May off even more. But don't worry, Drake May might be coming next season, guys. Watch out. Next game, you got Seahawks at Jets. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals in ugly fashion. Geno Smith, he played decent, I guess, but nothing going really for offense. A whole bunch of field goals, and then kind of a game-winning pick six from Kyler Murray. And the Seahawks, they take the league in the division next, that's crazy. I just don't know I don't know how anybody's doing it right now. I mean, people are beating people, and it's crazy. They back-to-back division wins, and the Jets, on the other hand, they were on a bye week, but before that, they lost to the Indianapolis Colts, in last-second fashion, 28-27, and the Jets, they're cooked. I mean, their season's cooked. They would have to win out to try to make a wild card. That's not happening. I don't have them beating Buffalo again. I don't have them beating Miami. I don't even know who else is on their schedule. I think they got, what's that one team called? It don't matter. They're going to lose. Seahawks, I think they're going to finally put an end into Aaron Rodgers' little charade. Got them winning 26-16. I just don't know what's going on in New York. They just couldn't figure out anything. Their defense is bad. Their offense is bad. Their coaching is bad. Everything is bad in New York. And I'm sorry, Jets fans. I really am. Next game, you got Titans at Commanders. The Titans, they beat the Houston Texans. Will Levis looking amazing out there. The defense playing good. The Titans are trying to go to the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding. That's a little bit too far, but the Titans, they got a nice win against the Texans, and they really needed it. They really needed it, man. They've had a beatdown of a season, and that's kind of their only thing they can look back at now, is beating the Texans. And I'm trying to screw them from trying to make the postseason, which I don't think is going to happen. I still think Texans. Yeah, the Texans need to figure it out, but I think they'll still make the postseason. They'll get things sorted here soon. And the Commanders, they lost to the Dallas Cowboys by an extra point and then a Dallas onside kick return for a touchdown. Just a crazy last minute of that game, man. And the Commanders, they're kind of falling apart, but they're playing the Titans. I've got Commanders winning. Not going to take the Titans here. Not going to go crazy. I'm going to say Commanders dominate Titans. Titans fans, look away. Score is 41-10 for me. And I'm sorry. I really am sorry, Tennessee. I mean, it's been a bad season for you guys, and I feel you. I really do feel you. We're only one game above you. It's tragic. It really is tragic. Next game, you got Texans at Jaguars. Talk about another beatdown. The Texans, they lost to the Titans. And CJ Stroud, man, what is going on with you? Lots of interceptions. You got a lot of touchdowns to interception ratio, and it's kind of crazy. And they're 7-5. I understand receivers are hurt or been hurt. Stephon Diggs ain't there for the rest of the season. Nico Collins was out for a bit of a while. Joe Mixon was getting a little banged up in a couple of games too. And the Texans, they're lucky enough to be 7-5. With all those injuries, offensive line hasn't played good, really. And the Texans, they're looking at the Jaguars like this is an easy game. They should be confident in this game. This is literally a smackdown. They're dang near playing a college team right now. So, yeah. Sorry, Jaguars. And the Jaguars, they had a bye week. They wish that was every week, and they got slapped by Detroit last time they played, and they're just ready to end their season. Jaguars fans should probably stop watching football for the rest of the season because it's about to get ugly against Houston. Got the Houston Texans winning 30-7. Easy dubs there for them. They shouldn't have no problems. If the Texans lose this game, though, the Colts might win the division. Someone might win the division. I don't know. It should be them because Colts ain't really making any noise, and the Texans, they still got their pieces, so. Got Texans winning there. Next game, you got Rams at Saints. The Rams, man. What's going on with the Rams, too? What the frick is going on this season? The Rams getting destroyed by the Eagles. Most importantly, Saquon Barkley. Their defense isn't playing good. Their offense played solid, but just not enough to keep up with the Eagles' offense. And Rams, I'm so sorry for what's going on this season, but you still have a chance to win the division because the division is dookie water, like flat out dookie water. And the Saints, on the other hand, also another team that had a bye week, but oh man, Taysom Hill. I think. Wait, did they have a bye week? Yeah, they did. But Taysom Hill went off on the Cleveland Browns last time they played, and man, that was crazy. Taysom Hill running all over the place, passing all over the place, catching all over the place, just having like 3,000 million yards. And the Saints, they're just having some random games at this point. I don't think the Saints are going to make it, man. I think the Rams are going to be a little bit too much for them. Give me the Rams in this game, 27-17. I think the Saints could do. I still think the Saints can make some noise, but I mean, your receivers are hurt. Everybody's banged up. Derek Carr has been okay. They fired a coach mid-season. Yeah, they're just going through a lot of trauma this year. Lucky enough to be 4-7 there. Kind of on a 2-game win streak, but I think I don't even know. But yeah, I'm just trying to make up something for the Saints because I'm sorry because their season's been tragic too. It's about to be more tragic when the Rams come in to your dome and they beat you up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next game, you got Bucks at Panthers. Why is this a 4 o'clock game? I don't understand. Yeah, the Bucks, they destroyed the Giants, and Baker Mayfield got Mike Evans back, and he looks good as he should be. And man, listen, the Buccaneers, they've been good when they had their receivers. The Buccaneers are a scary team with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. My bad. And without Chris Godwin, it's going to be interesting. It really is. Someone's got to step up. I believe in that somebody's got to step up for the Buccaneers. But the Panthers, on the other hand, they dang near upset the Chiefs. Bryce Young, man, he's actually looked much better after getting benched. And that's the Panthers have something to root for now. And if Bryce Young can keep it up, and even if he gets a big win against the Buccaneers, you might be looking at Bryce Young and be like, okay, maybe there's some positive going on in Carolina. And I think this is going to be a little bit too much for the Carolina Panthers, but I'm sorry, Panthers. I just don't believe in Bryce Young still. I'm going back to that train where I just don't believe in him. I'm going to take the Bucks 34-12. Maybe they get a late touchdown, but I don't know, man. The Panthers, they're still a messy football team. Their defense ain't great. Their offensive line ain't great. The quarterback play is questionable at this point. They lost Deontay Johnson. I mean, it's been a lot for the Panthers these past, few seasons? And yeah, that's it. Next game, you got Eagles at Ravens. The Eagles, they destroyed the Rams on Thursday Night Football. And Saquon Barkley just went off, man. He went crazy. He had 300 total yards against the Rams. And Saquon, this is the battle of the top 2 running backs right now, going against Derrick Henry and the Ravens. Which the Ravens are kind of looking a bit their defense. Obviously, like I said, the defense. I said this from the start of the season. The defense wasn't going to... I had so many questions with the defense. Even losing Geno Stone and all them other players. Patrick Queen. And, yeah, Geno Stone hasn't really played good either. But still, I mean, it's been a piece to that defense. And their defense has just looked like it's the same. It hasn't looked the same. And their offense is playing a little icky too. But they got the job done against the Chargers. Derrick Henry looking good as always. And... no homo, but yeah. This is a tough game to predict because I still believe the Ravens have it in them. And I believe the Eagles can keep this going. But something tells me the Ravens are going to win this game. And I am going to take Baltimore to upset the Eagles. It's at home. They have a lot of momentum at home. And going to take the Ravens in a close one, 27-23. If they can contain, I don't know if they're going to be able to contain the running backs. It's just going to be a battle of the quarterbacks. 2 good rushing quarterbacks. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And Lamar Jackson's been playing like an MVP. And that's pretty much it. But, yeah, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We'll just see, guys. In the next game, we got 49ers at Buffalo Bills. The 49ers. The 49ers, their season's pretty cooked, too, if I had to say. They're 5-6. If they got a win here, they keep it alive. But even with the loss here, they still have a chance even with the loss. I mean, their division's been bad, but they lost Brock Purdy. I don't know if he's returning for Buffalo. I really don't. And it would help if he does, because I know a lot of people have made quarterback jokes about, anybody could play quarterback for the 49ers. It's just so easy. And Brandon Allen did not show that. He did not. He played okay, but he didn't play make the plays that he needed to make. And yeah, they need Brock Purdy back and Nick Bosa back. Taking on the Bills, which were on a bye week, and they finally did it. They knocked off Kansas City's undefeated streak, man. They did it. They finally did it. Thank you, Buffalo. But we're already past that pretty much. The Bills have been looking good all year, and I doubted them. I will say I did doubt them. I really did, Bills. I'm so sorry, Bills Mafia. Please don't kill me, please. Please, I surrender. I'm so sorry. And yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills here comfortably. This should be an easy win. They're gonna have a good Sunday night. Well, we could just say that. Got them winning 31-10 there. They do have a couple of injuries, but I'm not too worried about them. I still think they'll get the win here pretty easily. Maybe the 49ers score like a very, very late touchdown or something. And yeah, this should be an easy game for the Bills. Next, and then the last game you got the Browns at the Broncos. The Browns, they beat the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. Well, they were on a... Wait, hold on. They weren't on a bye week, right? No. Wait, hold on now. Did they play the Steelers? Yeah, they played the Steelers last week, and they beat them. It was a crazy snow game at the end of that game. And yeah, the Browns, good job. You did something for once. Jameis Winston, he played basic. I mean, nothing really big in that game. It just was a lot of snow. Lots of snow. And the Broncos, they got a big win against the Raiders with a field goal game. They kicked 5 field goals and 1 touchdown. But yeah, the Broncos, hey, I mean, you're doing good. You're playing a bad team. Don't screw it up. I'm taking Denver 20-16. And that is the end of this video, guys. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit that bell for all notifications not to miss my videos. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And we will see you guys for week 14 or a different video idea I think of. Peace out, everybody.